sit right here and I can almost guarantee you that I'm going to pay dinner if he's not in top three.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Olympia 2025 is now just 6 weeks away, and there are only 2 shows left for qualification in the open class. One is the ProMuscle Italy show on the 7th of September, and the other is the Europa Pro show on the 14th of September. After these shows, the qualification period will officially close, and only the athletes who have already earned their spot will be competing on the Olympia stage this year. In today's video, we're going to focus on the upcoming ProMuscle Italy show happening next weekend. The official lineup hasn't been fully released yet, but a number of top bodybuilders have already been announced, and they are expected to step on stage and battle it out for that Olympia qualification. At the end, I'll also give you my thoughts on who could realistically walk away with the win, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Let's get started. First in the lineup, we have Urs Kalisinski from Germany. Known as the Miracle Bear, Urs has been one of the top athletes in Classic Physique. Recently, he announced that he will no longer compete in Classic Physique because he has outgrown the weight limit. Instead, he is making a bold move and stepping into the Open Bodybuilding division for the very first time. Last year, Urs placed 3rd at the Classic Physique Olympia, and many believe that if Chris Bumstead wasn't competing this year, Urs had the potential to move even higher, maybe even win the title. But he chose a different path, and honestly, it's a smart decision. Now, all eyes are on his Open debut. Fans are excited to see what kind of package Urs will bring his trademark aesthetics, lines, and symmetry, but now with added size to stand next to the mass monsters of Open Bodybuilding. This will be a completely new chapter in his career. Next in the lineup, we have Quinton Eriya from Canada. Quinton recently competed at the Tampa Pro Show, where he impressed the judges and finished as the runner-up behind Jordan Hutchinson. Just a week later, he was back on stage at the Texas Pro Show, where he placed 3rd, this time behind Joseph Palacios and Jordan Hutchinson. Now, Quinton is bringing his physique to the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, looking for redemption and aiming to grab that big win. But that's not all. After Italy, he is also scheduled to compete at the Europa Pro show in Germany on the 14th of September. Since the Olympia qualification period is coming to an end this September, these back-to-back shows are critical for Quinton. If he can win, he'll finally punch his ticket to the 2025 Mr. Olympia stage. But if not, he'll have to wait for next year and come back even sharper. Next in the lineup, we have Marc Hector from the UK. Last year, Marc only stepped on stage once at the Big Man Spain Pro, where he finished in 4th place. After that, he didn't compete again for the rest of the season. Now, Marc is making his much anticipated return to competition. He will first be seen at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, and then a week later, he will also compete at the Europa Pro show. Marc is a tall athlete with beautiful shape, wide shoulders, and a very aesthetic flow to his physique. What makes this even more exciting is the potential battle between Marc Hector and Quinton Eriya. Both are tall, black athletes with similar structure, symmetry, and muscle flow, so it may come down to who nails their conditioning better on the day of the show. Fans are eager to see if Marc can use his aesthetics and size to his advantage and rise straight to the top of these lineups. Next in the lineup, we have Sergio Oliva Jr. from the USA. Earlier this year, Sergio competed at the FIBO Championship show, where he placed 3rd, finishing behind Sasan Herati, while Andrew Jack took the win. After that, he didn't step on stage again for the rest of the season. Now, Sergio is making his return to competition. He will first compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, and then a week later, he will also step on stage at the Europa Pro show. Sergio's physique updates have been looking solid, and in certain poses, especially his side chest and most muscular, he looks very powerful. The big question is whether he can bring everything together with the right conditioning and fullness. Against such a competitive lineup, it will be very interesting to see how high Sergio can place. Next in the lineup, we have Theo Leguerrier from France. Last year, Theo competed at the Tsunami Nutrition Pro show, where he placed 3rd behind Samson Dauda. He also qualified for the Mr. Olympia, where he finished in 15th place. Since then, Theo has taken a long break and hasn't competed in any other shows. Now, he is making his return to the stage. Theo will first compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, and then a week later, he will also be part of the Europa Pro show. Theo is known for his balance, structure, and polished muscle detail, so it will be exciting to see how he looks after this time away from competition. Fans are curious whether he can bring a sharper version of himself and fight for a top placing against this stacked lineup. Next in the lineup, we have Emir Omeragic from Germany. Earlier this year, Emir competed at the Tampa Pro Show, where he placed 7th. Just a week later, he returned at the Texas Pro Show with a slightly improved package and managed to break into the top 5. Now, Emir is ready to bring his physique to the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, where he'll be looking to climb even higher. And that's not the end, he's also set to compete at the Europa Pro Show later, giving himself 2 big opportunities in back-to-back weeks. Emir has the tools to be a solid top 5 contender again, but it all comes down to how sharp and complete he looks on stage. The competition won't be easy, but if he nails his conditioning, he could surprise a lot of people in these shows. Next in the lineup, we have Tim Budesheim from Germany. Last year, Tim had a very busy season, competing in multiple pro shows. In New York, he placed 7th. At the California State Pro, he took 8th place. At the Toronto Pro, he finished 6th. At the Vancouver Pro, he came 2nd. At the Chicago Pro, he placed 3rd. And finally, at the Tampa Pro, he ended in 8th place. So, during the 2024 season, Tim competed a lot but was unable to secure a win or qualify for the Olympia. Now, in the 2025 season, he is starting fresh and will first step on stage at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September. Right after that, he will also compete at the Europa Pro. This time, Tim has another chance to prove himself. Fans are curious to see what kind of improvements he brings and whether he can finally break through with a big win and secure his Olympia qualification. Next in the lineup, we have Lewis Breed from the UK. Last year, Lewis had a very solid season. He placed 3rd at the Europa Pro Show, showing he can hang with some of the best. He also competed in multiple other pro shows, taking 5th at the Tampa Pro, 4th at the Texas Pro, and 6th at the Big Men Spain Pro. Earlier this year, his name appeared in the lineup for the Huangji China Pro Show, but he ultimately did not step on stage. Now, Lewis is ready to kick off his 2025 season. He will first compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, and then just a week later, he'll be back at the Europa Pro on the 14th of September. Since he placed 3rd at the Europa Pro last year, expectations are naturally high for him this time. Fans want to see if Lewis can improve on that placing and possibly push for the win this year. Next in the lineup, we have Matthias Hollweck from Germany. Last season, Matthias had a busy run, competing in multiple big shows across Europe. He placed 4th at the EVLS Prague Pro, finished 7th at the Romania Muscle Fest Pro, and also took 8th place at the Big Men Spain Pro. Now, Matthias is stepping back on stage in the new season, aiming to climb higher and improve on last year's results. Known for his structure and balanced physique, he has the potential to break into the top spots if he brings sharper conditioning and more fullness. Matthias is expected to compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, and while there have been mentions of him possibly doing the Europa Pro, it's not yet fully confirmed. Either way, fans are eager to see how he performs this season. Next in the lineup, we have Mohammad Nsour from Germany. Last season, Mohammad showed great consistency, placing 4th at the Europa Pro 2024 and also taking 4th place at the Tsunami Nutrition Showdown Pro 2024. These results prove that he can hold his own against tough European lineups. Now, he is expected to compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, aiming to push higher and possibly fight for a top spot. As for the Europa Pro Show, it's still not fully confirmed whether Mohammad will compete there or not. Next in the lineup, we have William Martins from Brazil. Last season, William competed at the Europa Pro 2024, where he placed 9th. Known for his size and round muscle bellies, William always brings a very complete look to the stage. Now, he is expected to compete at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September as part of his 2025 season debut. Next in the lineup, we have Tomáš Tabaciar from Slovakia. Tomáš is a strong 212 bodybuilder who had a very impressive 2024 season. He placed 4th at the Romania Muscle Fest Pro in the 212 division and later improved even further by taking a fantastic 2nd place at the EVLS Prague Pro 2024. Now, he is expected to step up again in the 2025 season, making his appearance at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September. With his combination of muscle density, conditioning and stage presence, Tomáš is definitely one to watch, and if he brings the same sharp package he showed in Prague, he could be a real contender for the top spots. Next in the lineup, we have Kuba Cielen from the UK. This will be Kuba's first ever pro show, making his official debut on the big stage. Competing at the Italy Pro Muscle on the 7th of September, Kuba will be looking to showcase his physique and make a strong first impression. A debut show is always special, and fans are excited to see what kind of package he brings and how he stacks up against a tough lineup. Next in the lineup we have Thibault Logier from Belgium. For Thibault, this will also be his pro debut as he steps on stage for the very first time in the IFBB Pro League. Competing at the Italy ProMuscle, Thibault would be aiming to prove himself among seasoned professionals. It's always interesting to watch newcomers as they bring fresh energy and excitement, and Thibault could surprise many with his look on debut. And here are my top 5 predictions for the ProMuscle Italy show. At 5th place, I would put Theo Leguerrier because he has great conditioning and muscle density but still lacks the overall shape and flow compared to some of the others in this lineup. In 4th place, I see Urs Kalecinski, who is known for his classic structure and razor-sharp conditioning, but since this is the open category, his size may hold him back a little against the mass monsters. At 3rd place, I would place Sergio Oliva Jr., who always brings huge size, round muscle bellies, and great stage presence, but his conditioning can sometimes be inconsistent, which may cost him the top spot. For 2nd place, I believe Quinton Eriya deserves it because he has an incredible combination of height, shape, and aesthetics, and when he nails his conditioning, he looks like a future Olympia threat. Finally, at 1st place, I have Marc Hector because his tall frame, wide shoulders, and dramatic V-taper give him one of the most impressive structures in the entire lineup. And if he comes in sharp and full, he could easily dominate this show and take the win. And that wraps up today's video, friends. We went through the complete lineup, shared the top 5 predictions, and talked about what each bodybuilder is bringing to the stage. Now, it's your turn. Who is your pick for the winner? Do you agree with my predictions? Or do you think someone else will shock the bodybuilding world and take the crown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I love reading your opinions. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your bodybuilding friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, predictions, or results from the upcoming shows. Thank you so much for watching.